Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to Footsteps and Tyretracks. This is a video I didn't really think I was going to be making. I had no plans on it, and it's just something that happened yesterday. And I think really I need to make more people aware of it. We decided to put our motorhome up for sale. We got a Bursner Aviano at the moment, and we've decided to sell it because we want to buy something a little bit newer. So we've just come back from Brazil, as some of you who watch the channel will know. So we've had quite a few people contact us, and we said obviously we weren't in the country. Anyway, when we come back, a couple of people have contacted us, and we had a couple view the van on Saturday, and then yesterday, Sunday, we had another contact. Said they'd been to see another van further down in Cornwall, and it wasn't exactly what they wanted, and could they possibly come and see ours, and asked lots of various questions, you know, service history, whether it had a habitation check, whether there was documentation with it, did it have multiple sets of keys, you know, all the sorts of right questions that you expect to be asked. So V was actually selling it through her Facebook profile, as it happens, and so we were talking, and we were in yesterday because we're actually doing some work in this studio, as it happens. You might notice over to my side there's a sort of a vacant sort of area. So we said, yeah, come up, and they arranged to be with us for 2 o'clock, which we thought fine, because I don't really interrupt us too much. Then we get another message from them. We can't afford what you're asking. We've only got X amount. So we had a little talk about it, and we said, well, it's the very lowest we'd accept. So we said, yeah, okay, but we will not be dropping any less. And they said, okay. And it all seemed, if I'm honest, it seemed like we were dealing with a lady. The account was a Sammy. I'm not going to go into any more details than that. And it seemed like we were dealing with a lady. So anyway, 2 o'clock comes and goes. We're doing stuff anyway, so it wasn't that important. But it was, you know, we wanted to get stuff done. 2 o'clock came and went. Nobody turned up. And V had said, we'll leave the gate open so you can park on the drive to make things easier. Noticed they hadn't seen the message, hadn't read the message. So anyway, 2 o'clock comes and goes. 2:30 comes and goes. Still no communications. We thought, oh, well, you know, they've just messed us around. So eventually, it must have been, I don't know, coming up for 3 o'clock, and we get a message said they're about 15 minutes away. I think fair enough. Apparently they've come down from the Nottingham area. So we thought, fair enough, you know, you've travelled down to have a look at a van, and it's not been the one you want, so you're going to have a look at another one, and we're on the way back. So that's what we were thinking, really. So what happened is eventually they arrived. And when I say they, it wasn't a lady. It was this chap who was wearing like a motorhome company uniform. Now, not once did they say they were a business, a dealer or anything when they were communicating with us, and made it assume, or made it appear, I should say, that we were dealing with a private sale. But it wasn't. He turned up, and I'm going to flash up a picture from our Ring Doorbell, so you can see the back of the guy. I'll hide his head. Obviously, I don't want to identify him. That's not right. So anyway, he turns up, and immediately it was obvious he was a dealer. And I was in the garage doing something. So V said, "Oh, I'll start showing him round." But didn't have a good feeling about it anyway. So V went in, and I could sort of hear muffled talking inside the van while I was finishing off and what I was doing in the garage. And I came out of the garage, and I thought, I can hear a car, its engine running. Strange, where can I hear that coming from? So I walked down our drive and had a look outside, and there was a Mercedes parked outside. Mercedes estate, I think it was, a silver one. and there was a guy sat in the driver's seat, and the engine was running. And as soon as I sort of peered out the gate, his sort of head went down. But, didn't have a good feeling about that, and I thought, oh God, right, let's get in the van and see what's going on. So anyway, I went straight in with the van with V, and this chappie was doing the sale, doing the purchase, but doing a very hard sale on all the things that were wrong with the van. And you know, it's a pretty good van. It's done us well, and if we weren't going to buy something a bit newer, we'd probably be keeping it, and we may well keep it. Who knows? You know, we're not going to just give it away. So this guy's, he's got a damp meter, and it's going off all over the place. Like, you know, I'm thinking, hang on a minute, this ain't right. So he's going, oh, you know, you've got damp here, and you've got this problem, and you've got that problem. Have you had a habitation check? And we said, well, we got documentation for a habitation check just before we bought it. So he's having a look at it. He come in the house then. He come in the house, and he's like being really obnoxious, I think the best word to say. Wasn't a very nice chap at all. And he's like trying to say, this is wrong with the van, that's wrong with the van. And we got this problem that needs sorting out, and that problem that needs sorting out. And I thought, no, we haven't. You know, anyone who knows me a little bit, you've watched the channel, you know, we know what we're doing. So V turned around to him and said, so you're not going to buy the van then? And he went, no. And he starts going on, oh, you need to get hold of the previous owners and all the rest of it. And V said, no, I think you need to leave our house. And he went, oh. She said, I think you need to go now. And she was, you know, if you're anyone who knows V, you know what she can be like. So off he went, was, you know, scuttled through our house. And I'd lock the straight door because I just had a bad feeling, you know, and I wanted to slow things up a bit. And anyway, he got to do struggle with the door. Anyway, he got out of the house as quick as he possibly could. And I was a bit concerned that we'd had keys left on the side. So I was really concerned about all these sort of things, you know, as you do, you know, you think the worst. So off he went, and got out and drove off. Me and V were just like dumbfounded, could not believe the audacity of this guy. Obviously, it's you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to turn up to people who are selling stuff, scare them into thinking there's something seriously wrong, and then buying it a lot cheaper. Anyway, I took a screenshot from our Ring Doorbell with all the details of this so-called company on the back. And you'll have seen the screenshot earlier. And I did a search on Google, couldn't find anything. So you couldn't quite read the phone number. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll chuck it into AI and get it to clean up the image. And so it cleaned up the image, and there was 2 phone numbers on there, which don't come up with anything. And the company's not got a website. It's not on Facebook. We can't find it anywhere. So we think it's just like they've had these jackets made up probably. I don't know. I can't say for sure. And they go around trying to scare people, you know, because obviously it looks like they're very professional, and scare people and get their motorhomes cheap, you know, and then they can sell them on and make a huge profit. That's what we think. We don't know. It might be totally wrong, but that's what we're thinking. So really, the reason I'm making this video is just to warn people to be totally aware. And if you know your van and you know it well, don't get duped into being told that there's something wrong with it. Now, after this, you know, he was going around with a damp meter, and he was trying to say it was damp here and damp there. We ordered a damp meter last night from Amazon, and it came this morning. And we thought, right, we're going to go out and check it. And we've gone out and checked it. And all the places he was saying it was really damp, there's nothing. I think on the scale, I think it's 8% is damp. 8 or 10% is damp. Now, we were struggling to get over 1.2% anywhere in the van, and most of it was about 0.7. It's a camper van, you know, you live in it, you sleep in it, so there's going to be a bit of damp in there, you know, just, you know, from breathing, you know, you got vapour coming off you when you breathe, haven't you? And it's winter and it's been raining for a long, long time. And we can't find anything like this guy was making out. So really, all I'm trying to say, all this video is about is, guys, really, really be careful. Don't give up your prized possession being scared into something that is not true. We're going to, you know, if we sell a van, we sell the van. If we don't sell the van, we'll be carrying on using it this year. You've seen us out in it last summer. You know the van I'm talking about if you watch this channel a little bit. And, you know, if, you know, we sell it and we move on. But, yeah, just be absolutely careful. You know, if people going around just trying to con people out of their money, out of their hard earnings, and it's not right. It really isn't right. You know, there's too many dishonest people here who, you know, not here, but too many dishonest people that just want to try and scam you of your last pennies. You know, we all work hard to get what we got, and you know, it just really, really annoyed us. And well, I'm really worked up about it, and I just can't tell you, you know, how annoyed we were that this person come into our house and then was like he was. Anyway, that's it really. And you know, tell me down below your thoughts. And you know, has it happened to you? How did you deal with it? You know, have you got your van up for sale at the moment? And have you had similar sort of communications with people? You know, just be careful. There's lots and lots of lovely, genuine people out there, and it's one or two that ruin it. It really is. So, you know, just be awares, and don't be scared into doing something that you really shouldn't do. Anyway, we'll get back to the normal videos after this. Some Las Vegas, and obviously we just come back from Brazil, so there's some of them that come up. Look after yourselves, guys, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.